caught the wave wrong and came in sideways, and we were about to capsize. We're all like this on the boat.
We couldn't find a customer after 10 years of being in business. So done it. You get the special green shorts, and
Yes.
you get a gold medal, and you get an amazing custom cake with your name on it. To some people, it's a bigger celebration than their wedding. But it's unlimited everything.
Yes.
You know, unlimited night trucks, unlimited diving, any trip, all day.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Thin Blue Dive Podcast. My name is John, and I'm joined today here with Steven. He is the owner and founder of Ocean Frontiers and Compass Sports Resort in Grand Cayman. So, Steven, I appreciate you doing this with me, talking with me for a little bit. We're here at DEMA 2025. Steven, what made you get into scuba diving? How'd you get into diving?
I got into diving. I was 18 years old, and a friend of mine just got back from vacation, did a resort course, and he needed a buddy.
Okay.
So I said, I'm up for that.
Okay.
And that was then we the freshwater, dry suit diving in cold England.
Oh, cold water in England?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So from 18, how long did you stay diving in England?
I soon decided that this is a career path for me.
Okay.
And I decided to take a year out like a gap year.
Okay.
And told my mom I'll be gone for a year. And that was 34 years ago.
Okay. Where did you go for that year?
I went to Florida, and then I had an opportunity in the Cayman Islands, and went down there, and like I say, I just thought it would be a pretty short period, and then they got a hold of me, and I've never left.
I agree, because Cayman's right now is kind of like the place I'm trying to end up at when I'm finally done with my career. Yep. So I see it.
Yeah,
I definitely see it for sure.
People come for a year, and then they fall in love with the place, and
every time I go, it's harder and harder to leave for sure. Yep. So I'm guessing that's why you chose the Cayman Islands.
It's all for the diving.
Right.
It's all about the diving and the dive sites, and especially the east end of Grand Cayman. It's just a bit sleepy Caribbean side of the island, and the reef structure, the geological formations, the marine life. Whenever I go somewhere else, I do have this really bad habit of comparing it to our local dive sites at home, and then although I've had some great experiences around the world, I'm always glad to get back on on what we have in Cayman.
Okay, good deal. What made you? Where did you get the idea of Compass Point and Ocean Frontiers?
Just to have the most seamless, easy experience where you roll out of bed and onto the dive boat.
For sure.
Yeah. So no buses to get to the boat. Everything on your doorstep, and then at a high service level. Overall, throughout the region, there's just people, old boats. They're not rooms that are not really, they're just very kind of average. And when people say dive resort, they really don't expect a particularly high standard.
Right.
And we've done a really, really good job of changing that.
100%, because I've definitely been to Ocean Frontier several times. It is by far my favorite place to go in Grand Cayman. Y'all do a very good job of making it feel like home. Having the actual condos there instead of just rooms. I've been to several resorts where it's just like a hotel room or even like a Motel 6 style room. At most, best you get like a suite or like a 4-star, 3-star hotel. But here with Ocean Frontiers, y'all actually have condos where it's at least a kitchenette or a full kitchen, a living room, a dining room, a bedroom, a full bath. Y'all do a very good job.
It is. Every room has a kitchen, and you may only use the fridge and the blender, and that's good.
Right.
But they also have a washer dryer.
Okay.
So people love being able to just travel light.
Right.
And then just maybe you just throw in one load, but that convenience of having that is something that if we took it away, I guess would not be very happy. But part of the experience is the size. It's 30 rooms.
Right.
So it's a good enough size where you can have all the amenities on site. We've got 2 swimming pools, restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then the boats right there. But you never really feel. You never have to worry about whether you can get a space on the beach, under your favorite coconut tree in your hammock, so you can read your book when you're on your service interval. So you don't have to deal with any crowds whatsoever, and then you can actually swim in the pool or relax in the hot tub, or if you like grilling, we have propane barbecue grills on site as well. You've got that peace and quiet, and it just never feels crowded, even when we're full.
For sure. Yeah, that's great. Being a police and a first responder, and even for our military veterans, I find really I don't do well in crowds. Being in public places, especially like this in DEMA, it's been extremely stressful for me this week. Just walking around and being around so many people, I feel like I can never relax or turn it off. I'm always looking over my shoulder, who's standing behind me, who's walking next to me. But at Ocean Frontiers, because it's so small and because it's just a small condo complex, Eagle Rays, and then the dive shop, you could be the only person that you see for hours sometimes, because especially when the boats are gone and people are diving, if you just want to skip the day and hang out by the pool, read a book, sit on the beach, you're alone. So you can really, it's a great place just to decompress is what I found.
Oh, absolutely. It's, definitely you will, if you arrive stressed, you will leave relaxed and refreshed and wanting to stay longer.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with the get out of bed and roll out on the dive boat, that VIP style service?
Just constantly striving to do better.
Mm-hmm.
We started out as just a dive shop,
right.
and maybe that's something that's different about us than other places. So we built the dive shop first, and that was in the new dive shop building from 1998, so it's quite a while ago. It wasn't until 6 years later that we actually added the accommodations.
Okay.
And then after that was the restaurant. So it was always dive focused, and it was just based on what our customers, the feedback that they gave us, or just the comments, what made us different from everywhere else. Because we built this really without this master plan. It just kind of happened organically, based on what our customers wanted. And just gradually over time. It wasn't just big construction fence went up and then we built it, like a franchise or something. It kind of evolved over over like a 10-year period to become what it is today. And I think that's pretty evident in how the experience is. Sure. It's not a manufactured business case.
For sure.
It is being very customer focused. And are kind of obsessed with what our divers want and need.
Right.
And that's kind of cleared the path and made the way for how we do everything.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Green Shorts Challenge. What's the Green Shorts Challenge?
That's my favorite thing. So it's all about diving all 55 dive sites.
Okay.
Right. So after we've been in business 10 years or so, there was a feeling that people, they'd love coming back, but they would say, I've seen everything.
Right.
And then I thought, well, have they really seen everything? And have they really been to all these dive sites? And then one week we had some feedback from a customer that said they went to the same dive site twice.
Right.
And I said, oh man, how did that? We like to make sure you go to different dive sites on every dive, on every trip. And I looked at it, there was some unusual. There was like a seahorse at a particular site, and everyone was wanting to go see it, so we ended up going there a little bit more often than normal that week.
Right.
And then it kind of raised the question: has anyone been to all of our dive sites? And how many times are they repeating sites? So our reservation system keeps that in a database, and we couldn't find a customer after 10 years of being in business that had done it.
Okay.
Nobody had been to all sites.
Really?
Even this guy that would come down every Christmas, and he would dive 4 dives a day, every day for 2 weeks straight. He'd take Saturdays off. And not even him had it.
Really?
So we kind of had to, it was all about how do we find a way to get our customers to see everything we have to offer. And some of the sites that our long-time customers had missed, they'd never been to it.
Okay.
So this kind of solved that. Some people say, oh, it's like a great marketing idea. It really wasn't. It was more very customer driven. Okay. We want to make sure you get to all your sites and don't repeat any sites. And this was the best way to do it. And then we added our dive site map like a punch card, so it's like a logbook. So when you get on the boat, captains can figure out exactly, who's been to which site, and make sure you see something different every day.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I know when I got my first punch card, I was like 55, all right. I got to do it. I'm like, I can't do that in a week for sure.
You can't.
I got to come back and get it.
Back at least,
I was like,
at least 3 times.
I'm like, do I buy the shorts? But it's not the same. You have to actually buy this. Yeah. You have to actually earn them.
That's right. That's right. You get the special green shorts, and you get a gold medal, and you get an amazing custom cake with your name on it, and champagne as well.
Right.
So it's like, it's almost, to some people, it's a bigger celebration than their wedding.
Yeah.
Cake, champagne, and
I'm not going to say it is. I'm not going to say when that happens it will be, but it probably will be better than my wedding.
Especially if you both finish it together. So,
for sure. She's a little bit behind. She's only been one time. I've been 3 now.
Okay. You're getting close.
But I'm at the point now where I'm doing a lot of repetitives, so she's catching up to me at all these next ones, because that back half is kind of harder to get.
Depends on the time of year that you come.
Right. So tell me about the East End, because it's very different, I feel, than Gun Bay or the West Side over by 7 Mile and Stingray City. Why the East End?
So, well, I mean, it's almost like a different island. It's got 55 dive sites.
Right.
There's some islands and destinations that pretty much, they're a whole country and they just have 55 sites. So it is, it's like, I see it as the 4th island because it's got very different characteristics. Although we've got the main international airport, 40 minutes away, and all 7 Mile Beach with the shopping and fancy, big hotels and stuff if you're looking for those big name brands. But then on the opposite side of the island, you have a completely, different experience.
Right.
It's much more. You've got this. You're in this, fishing village, kind of a sleepy Caribbean side of the island, and then this beautiful boutique dive resort, just right on the coastline, dead center to where all of our dive sites are. And and if you look out of the balcony or the stairwell on the back of the buildings, and everywhere you look is just green.
Right. It's just
like
miles almost
ahead,
just like a forest out there.
So you certainly get a sense of that you're off the beaten path, away from it all. Right. But just a short, just a car ride away is anything you might need. Especially if I'm running a business, it's really easy. We've got the best of both worlds. I see it. Right. We've got this off the beaten path location, but anything we really want, just 40 minutes down the road.
Right. Yeah. Good deal. So, what does a week look like at Ocean Frontiers? When people come to your resort, what can they expect from you guys at Compass Point and Ocean Frontiers?
So from the moment you check in, we'll take your dive bags. We put them. You'll have a crate outside your room. You put your dive gear in it, and there's no more lugging it back and forth to your room. You don't have to be soaking stuff in your bathtub or hanging stuff out. We take everything, and then it will magically appear on the boat whenever you're diving. Right. On the crate, we'll have your name. We'll put there'll be other information on there. What nitrox you use, what tank size you use, is it 63, 80, or 100? How much weight you use, is it integrated on a belt, all that stuff. So everything is set up custom just for you every time you're on the boat. Okay. And then between dives, we change your gear, and then afterwards we pack it all up, we rinse it out and hang it up to dry. So it's full concierge service. And then a week of diving, you may do, everything. We keep our itineraries, pretty exciting because you've got every morning a 2-tank dive, like a wall dive and a reef dive for most of the mornings. Different sites every day. And on Wednesday you'll do a 3-tank safari, and that will go all the way around the island and do the Kittiwake shipwreck. Right. On a Thursday afternoon you can do our X dive, which is pretty much 99% guaranteed that you're going to see Caribbean reef sharks on that. And then earlier on in the week you can do our ultraviolet night dive.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that one's probably my favorite night dive to do. That one's neat.
No, you gotta definitely try the ultraviolet flashlights. And then early on in the week, on the Monday, we have a reef roamer, which is like a point-to-point. We drop you in at one shallow site, and you just cruise, and you see twice as much dive site in one dive. And then for photographers on Friday, we have this Macromania, where you can see tiny little critters and get some amazing photos of that. And including a new nudibranch that I'd never seen before until this year, called Sean the Sheep.
Oh, they're in Cayman.
Yeah.
So I've been looking for those forever. And Sophia and her boyfriend said, we've seen them here. Yeah. I'm like, I looked and looked, and I haven't found one yet. But they're so small. And I'm like, I got to go to the Philippines. I got to go here to see them. But to know that they're right there in Cayman, I guess I need to start looking a little bit harder.
We got quite a menu. We got at least 20 critters that, the macro stuff. I think it's absolutely amazing. Yeah. And we can show you that stuff, especially on that dedicated dive that we do for macro lovers.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And so that's quite. That's a typical week with us in the Cayman Islands, and then throughout the year we'll have different events like coral spawning in September. We're running a GoPro workshop in April, and things like that that are specific to a week that are specialized in certain fields.
Yeah, good deal. We've talked a lot about how secluded and on the east end Ocean Frontiers is, and kind of how it's 40 minutes away from everything. But y'all actually offer a rental car in your package as well.
Yeah, it's included. It actually works out cheaper. Taxis are quite expensive, and these compact rental cars give you a lot more freedom to explore some of the other topside activities if you want. So although we're 40 minutes from the airport, nearby in the area you've got the Queen Elizabeth Botanic Park, which is absolutely beautiful, great for photography. And then also we have the Crystal Caves. So that's an underground cave system. Very cool. That's all you get a tour guide. It's all lit up. That's a lot of fun.
Haven't done that before.
Or just some nice little walking tours up to the East End Lighthouse. Right. And some different restaurants in the area that just maybe a couple of miles away. Some of them have a shuttle that'll pick you up, so you don't have to drive. Right. Where you got right across the street from us, there's a La Casita, a very authentic Mexican restaurant. In addition to our on-site restaurant, Eagle Rays. Right. And then within a couple of miles, there's some other different restaurant choices. If you're a foodie and you want to try some different places, there's also lots of options for that too. Right, like Tuca's and Tuca and Italian Kitchen is good. Or you can get delivery. Yeah, right. That rental car is a real game changer because you still get kind of best of both worlds there. You can go and explore when you're not diving out of the water, if you don't want to be on the resort, but you can still have that seclusion feeling when you are trying to relax and just hang out. So that's awesome. Yeah, maybe go up to Rum Point as well. That's a nice afternoon. Some people just want to dive in the mornings, and they'll take a few afternoons off. Right. And a bit of exploring really kind of enhances their visit. Right. Yeah. So y'all's dive boats, they're Newtons, but a lot of people, the dive boat, a lot of people in the Caribbean run these Newtons. What makes y'all's different from everybody else? So we bought a bare boat from Newton. Okay. So we had it custom fit out in-house, so elsewhere. So yeah, it's the same hull. It's probably the best dive boat that's ever been built in the world. Oh, I love them. So, they're awesome. So we wanted the 46-foot Newton, the cabin, the hull. It's got 810 horsepower. These things they're fast and stable and just go anywhere in a boat. We couldn't do our 3-tank safari without them. Right. Or we'd have to leave an hour earlier, and we'd be back when it'd be getting dark. Our 3-tank leaves at 9. It's back at 4. Right. So this is and you do a lap around the entire island. Yeah. With 3 dives. Yes. So these boats were a game changer for us when we replaced our old fleet of the 3 boats. Got rid of all 3, replaced them with 3 brand new ones. But the custom fit out. There's a couple of things. The main thing is these what I call business class tank stations. So it's got like handrails here, like an armrest, but so it's so much easier to get in and out. And then you have your 2 tanks, and next to it you have a white gallon rinse bucket. Right. So it's your own personal rinse bucket. Right. You're not sharing spit. Right. Or it's good to throw your mask into at the end of the day. Even your regulator, your mask, but it's your personal, sterilized, clean rinse bucket. And then you have that elbow room. You're not just racked up tank. For sure. You've got this space, and you've got elbow room, and you've got these, and you have your own personal crate underneath, where everything, you can put everything. And then the second thing is we have these massive liveaboard dive ladders. Yes. So you will not see these kind of ladders on a day boat anywhere else but Ocean Frontiers. Right. So they go all the way down. You can just step right onto them and get up. Getting in and out you'll be spoiled with that. It's so much easier than some of these little dive ladders that you see out there. Sure. So they're 2 main things, and then everything else is just what you would expect. Marine head on board, lots of space, lots of shade. Behind the captain's seat, there's a shotgun seat, so you can actually sit right behind the captain and have that kind of captain's experience. There's a second row there, where most boats they kind of chain it off and don't let you anywhere there. Here we've got 2 spots. Because people like to sit there and, it's like you're riding up in the cockpit with a pilot on a plane. You're right up there and you can see going through the channel or finding the dive sites.
Right.
So that's some of my favorite features of our new boats.
I think there's a picture of me and my family in your resort on one of these Newtons, and I'm sitting back up here in that behind the captain's seat where the captain it was kind of more of a rough day, and we're coming into the cove between the reef there, and they just had that slight mistake and caught the wave wrong and came in sideways, and we were about to capsize, and we're all like this on the boat, and he's like, I'm not driving for the rest of the week, but someone on shore actually got a picture of it and sent it to everybody. So every time I go, I'm like, oh, hey, shoot, that's me, and it's always a fun little...
Or you just send it to me.
Yeah, I think I have my phone, I'll send it to you.
I'll have to add that to our training manual for our captains.
This was 8 years ago, but it's...
okay, so that was I think that might have been...
It was on the old boats.
On the old boats.
It was on the old boats, yes.
Okay,
but,
there you go.
Which one was it?
Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah, it was the one... I think I'll send it to the Philippines. It's sunk multiple times. It was the stainless one. It wasn't painted.
Naughty Cat.
Original
boat.
Yeah, so I think we were on that one.
Yeah,
but
that was.
It makes a fun story, anywhere we go and we come back and talk to people. It's like, I wasn't here, but I've seen that picture and it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll have to get that to you.
That's certainly the previous chapter, and that's one of the reasons why totally those boats had seen better days, and it was time to refresh and transform the fleet. So
and
happy that's done.
I've been on a lot of different dive boats all around the world, and there's always hiccups that happen, but for spending almost a decade coming to you guys, and that being the really only issue I've had on the boats at all, and I've seen it from the old fleet all the way to the new ones y'all have now, and the upgrades and changes y'all made, it's just phenomenal. I mean,
thank you.
Y'all's customer service, the divers experience from the time you arrive at the resort, or even land, because you get the rental car, drive over. Being American, driving on the wrong side of the road is kind of a fun endeavor, trying to remember which side I need to be on, even what side of the car to walk up to when you're getting in.
If the wheel's on the right side, then it's easier. That adjustment's easy, because when you get in, you're like, okay, this is different.
Right.
Exactly. I remember I'm on the left. So
I've definitely done both, and it's easier. But
some people don't. You don't have to rent a car if you don't want to, because you can get breakfast, lunch, and dinner on site. And if you're diving all day, every day, there's certainly a itinerary where you don't need it.
It's a long day.
But most people find that at least after they've done it for the first time, they want it every time.
For sure.
Yeah, because there's not really much price difference by the time you get a taxi back and forth or transfer.
Right, but from that, getting to the hotel, checking in, the guides coming in, picking up your gear from the crates, and you literally wake up out of bed and roll onto the dive boat. You show up, and your gear's already pretty much set up for you. Day one, you set it up. After that, they're like, all right, this is how they like it. And it's set up like that for the rest of the week, and it's phenomenal. Everybody knows your name. People from all over the world are your guides, and you get to meet different cultures from different people in different places. Yeah. And it's all just at this one centric location. And then at the end of the day, you go to a condo, and it feels like you're back at home. And if you want to stay and cook, go to the grocery store and cook, you can. If you want to watch a movie, you can. If you want to soak in a bath, take a long shower, you're more than welcome to. And y'all done a very good job of creating a very home feeling and a very, very good experience.
I'm glad that's...
So thank you for that. It's awesome.
That's exactly what our aim is to do, and that's how it's working for you. Then that's a win.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. What are you trying to do in the future with Ocean Frontiers moving forward? I know y'all just changed the boats here a couple years ago.
So we've got no plan to massively, develop the business. We're really happy with the size that it is and the new boats. And it's just a matter of just fine tuning and polishing. Just trying to keep it. Thinking of either new dive trips or any new experiences that we can offer, and a lot of the stuff is very, I feel is very complete.
Sure.
And maybe the only thing that we're looking at in the short medium term is by doing more with snorkeling and like non-diver activities.
Very cool.
And we do get a lot of families that come down, and maybe everyone doesn't dive. So we are certainly looking at kind of expanding some of our snorkel trips on that side, and just based on, say, we see a lot of families come down and they all get mixed groups of different interests, and other than that, no expansion plans. Just
keep it small.
Keep it this kind of size. and focus on delivering amazing experiences for our customers.
Awesome. That's good to hear, because especially that you're trying to reach the non-diver, but still keep it diver-centric. Because a lot of people I talk to, they have families, and some people are scared of the water, but one person wants to dive, and the wife doesn't, or the wife does, and the husband doesn't, or we've got kids, and one can't because they have to deal with kids. So that's what keeps a lot of people from getting into diving, because they're like, well, I don't want to be on this vacation, spend all this money, and then not be with my family. So the fact that you are trying to grow out of water, or not out of water, but out of diving experiences at the resort is great here.
Yeah, but it can just, it can be kayaking, it can be biking, or just, the spaces along the shoreline, say with hammocks and beach lounges, and there's lots of great places just to relax and read a book, go in the swimming pool. It's totally, it's very, very safe as well, especially in East End. And very easy, so they can go for a walk down the street and not worrying about getting hassled about anything.
Right.
And it's a nice place just to spend time and decompress.
Right.
But it's also good. Some people want to do nothing, non-divers. Some people want some interesting activities.
Very cool. Very cool. One thing I noticed y'all started, I believe, last year, right, was the Green Shorts Express.
Yes.
Yes. What's the Green Shorts Express?
So it's we stay pretty busy year round, but there's about 8 to 10 weeks that of the year, kind of in the fall mostly, that are slow. Okay. So we just came up with it's a promotional package. It's probably the best deal of the year, is what it's about, and it's pretty much unlimited everything.
Yes.
Unlimited night trucks, unlimited diving, any trip, all trips, all day.
Right.
And it's pretty heavily discounted just for those brief periods.
Right.
And it's really helped people kind of get their green shorts and finish off those dives, because that time of year is also probably the calmest time of year when we can get to some of the sites that maybe we can't get to in the winter.
Right.
It's certainly focused on just if you like to do lots of diving. Right. If you want to dive morning and afternoon. Right. And get a good deal. Right. It's the best package of the year. To maximize everything. For sure. But it's not necessarily so hopefully the dates can work and people can take advantage of that. It's been very popular so far.
For sure. I remember getting the email. It's like, oh, this is awesome, and I ended up going last year, and I was like, this is horrible. Like they're not making any money off of me right now, and I'm just robbing this resort, because I think we were there for a week, and we did at least 3 dives a day. Tried to get in 4. Did the kiddie wake, the X dive, the turtle stuff, the cruise. We did the Stingray City, but the day we picked for Stingray City, bad weather came in, so we were going to do the Sunset Champagne, Stingray City, and we ended up doing the morning one the next day. Yeah. But it was just me and my wife, and it was just us, and nobody else was on the boat. So it was literally our own secluded VIP trip to Stingray City through Ocean Frontiers with this Green Short Express, because they're like, no one else has it booked, but y'all have it booked already. We said we were going to take you. The weather's bad. We weren't doing a trip today, but we're going to make a trip for you guys to do it. That way y'all can have the experience.
Make sure you get
it was
to
awesome.
See everything.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it does fine. I mean, those weeks that we pick are normally very, very slow, so it works for both the company and the customer. For sure. It has been. We did it last year. We kind of tested it to see. It has to work for the company as well. Right. But it really worked for the customer, and it's worked pretty good for the company. There's no way we could do it more than 8 or 10 weeks of the year. Right. It's just those slow periods. But if those dates work for you, then you can really take advantage of an awesome deal and loads of diving. And those dates don't work for a lot of people, but it's we're doing it again. We'll be doing it again next year. Right. Yeah, we're happy with how that turned out. Good deal. Well, thank you so much, Stephen. I appreciate your time. Good talking to you. Yeah. How do people find you guys? So on our website, oceanfrontiers.com, and that's got all of our contact information. But you'll find us on all social channels: Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You name it. Lots of content online from us there. You can find out what's going on, or you can sign up for our newsletter, and then you'll get all the latest specials and promotions as well. Good deal. All right. Awesome. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for stopping by for the Thin Blue Dive podcast. We're here at DEMA 2025. Right now we're in the Ocean Frontiers booth. I will link their website, and I've also have a video on my YouTube channel of my last trip to Ocean Frontiers. I'll link that as well. Thanks for stopping by, guys. See you next time.